pretty great that we have running water in RVs, right? But did you know that water is also the #1 destroyer of RVs? Of all things that can destroy your RVs the quickest, besides fire, water is #1. Water intrusion from bad seals, water from flooding units, and just beating in the elements in general. Water is the thing that will destroy your RV the fastest. And you may think that that means there has to be a leak somewhere, right? Not necessarily. Water damage in RVs, especially totaled RVs where they're completely flooded out or rotted out, most of the time have nothing to do with a leak. At least not a leak in the body. Most of it comes from right here, your regular old plumbing system. This is the most important tip that goes across all RVs that's going to help protect your RV and save you from spending a ton of money. And that is right here, the water pump. Anytime you're leaving your camper, RV, whatever it is, do not leave the pump on. Sure, the system pressurizes and the pump turns off, but the issue lies with damaged plumbing. Let me elaborate on that just a little bit. If you were to have, say, a fitting go bad on the sink while you're out to lunch or out to dinner and nobody's in the unit, it's going to flood the unit. It's going to keep going, and it is going to essentially total this unit. All this wood's going to get ruined. The floor is going to be ruined. The cost to repair everything is easily going to outweigh the value of the camper. Most times that's what ends up happening. So shutting the pump off, and then bonus points, opening a faucet to relieve any pressure that's in the system. Now, if you don't do that, if you do get some kind of leak, all that's going to happen is that amount of water is going to go somewhere. But if you know RVs like I do, you know campers don't like any amount of water. The wood in here does not like any water, the floors, none of it likes water. Now, obviously, if you're hooked up to your city water at a campsite, instead of turning the pump off, you're going to be shutting off the water at the pedestal, but same process. So shutting off the water, the pump or the city water, whatever it is, when you leave the campground for any period of time, even overnight. I recommend doing it overnight because, again, if you have a pipe burst or you have a fitting come loose, by the time you know that water's there, it's probably already too late. As a technician who has seen tons of water damage, this is probably the best and cheapest tip I can give you for your RV. It's as simple as pushing a button or turning off a valve when you leave or when you go to bed, just like you would anything else, shutting off the lights or anything like that. Shut your water off. The only other piece of advice I can give you is that if you want to see more tips, tricks, and tours in the RVs like this one, make sure you press that subscribe button.